place opened back in 1999.
At nagpapasalamat kami sa mga lahat na nagpunta at sa mga nanonood sa atin live over Studio 23. Now, Randy and Butch, if you're Coach Junel Baculi, you have to look out for the third quarter surge ng Welcoat. Ito yung pumatay sa kanila. Ito na naman.
They just open up with Tangkay immediately, recognizing that he was open even from the beyond the arc. Sige pa rin.
Fash will start with Eugene Tan, Peter Jun Simon, Alvarez, Gelig, and Salansang. Salansang lumapit. Pingris has been taunting Salansang to shoot. He's trying to get into Salansang's head. And Eugene Tan breaking up the play. And Welcoat, good possession in this ball game.
Interesting that here in the second half, Omolon starting out instead
Yes.
of Soto. I think the reasoning behind is that defensively, mas
Yeah.
makakasabay kay Omolon kay Alvarez.
Hey, Alvarez. And he did a good job at the dying minutes of the second quarter on Rich Alvarez. They go down to Pingris against Salansang. Pingris settles for the jumper. Wala. Eugene Tan coming down with the rebound. Gelig almost wanted to get it to Salansang inside. Willie Wilson hounding him. 15 to shoot para sa mga nakaputi. Alvarez dun sa elbow area against Omolon. Alvarez puts it on the floor and then sends it over to Salansang na lumapit ng bahagya. Wala.
You know, he was set up for that shot. You know, mabigat yun. Alvarez would have taken the shot, but Salansang muffed it.
Artadi, Tangkay, Pingris, Wilson, and Omolon ang limang magsisimula or ang nagsimula para sa second half, para sa mga nakapula. The defending champions against a team that's going for back-to-back titles. Tangkay, 16-footer, rattles out. Omolon with the offensive rebound. And you mentioned the control of the boards. Artadi finding a way inside. Wala pa rin. And I believe possession will go to the white shirts.
I think Junel Baculi is trying to ask the referees, how long will you allow Artadi to stay inside the paint?
Di yata nakita sa...
Parang ang tagal-tagal na raw doon sa ilalim. Wala pa bantri si Artadi.
33-32 is the score. Gelig with the handoff. Oh, nice anticipation by Tangkay. And Tangkay accelerating and getting the easy 2. 5 points for Jojo Tangkay, and the lead now shifting to Welcoat. Peter Jun Simon landing nonchalantly on his, gingerly on that left leg on his, left leg of his.
Tangkay is just superb in this ball game.
Look
so
at
far.
the timing.
You knew the curl of Gelig, and he just explodes, partner.
Kita mo yung biglang
Lupit, no?
biglang arangka netong si Jojo Tangkay. 5-0 run. All courtesy of the man they call Hercules.
And Simon trying to pick it up.
Sana magkaroon tayong player na Samson balang araw.
You know, Simon did not even attempt a free throw in game number 1. That is
That's a telling stat.
exactly a guy who's averaging 16 points going into the finals. And we are tied at 34 with 7:40 remaining. Omolon aims for 3, fires, nothing there. Wilson, again the offensive rebound by Welcoat.
Well, sabi nga natin, medyo the fatigue might be starting to set in for Fash.
Pingris underneath travel.
That's right. We slide si Mark Pingris doon. Salansang staying up with Mark Pingris.
And Leo Austria telling his player, this is how you're supposed to do it, to back him down. Pero si Pingris kasi alam niya meron siyang mahusay na first step and trying to use that sa kanyang advantage.
So we're still tied at 34. The chant of defense and an illegal pick called
On Eugene Tan.
Again, you rely on Mr. Wilson. Very difficult matchup really para kay Peter Jun Simon. Punta mo, ang laki ng bumabantay sa kanya, kinakatawan siya. And Eugene Tan, that's the third foul.
actually no, it was
Alvarez.
third foul on Rich Alvarez.
Oh.
Actually, Alvarez and Tan were there in the same spot, pero si Alvarez na natawagan. So a development to Coach Junel Baculi. 7 to shoot. Artadi finds Omolon against Simon. Omolon nakahanap ng block.
Oh! Overpowered. Maliit si Simon para pigilin itong si Omolon who would just go up.
Well, two of the better guys coming from Mindanao going at each other.
They swing the ball over to the other side, finding Gelig underneath.
Good.
Oh, what a slamma jamma by Rich Alvarez, puts it back with authority.
And the score is tied at 36. What a way to do it.
And that just might lift up the
Yes.
spirits of Fash once more.
Yan na naman yung mga impact plays na yun, ano? Pingris has the door shut. Tangkay releases, wala. And Omolon, by my unofficial count, that's the third offensive rebound by Welcoat in this quarter.
But Wilson wasn't up to the task. Hindi niya rin naasahan na mabibigay sa kanya yung bola from Omolon at the corner.
Omolon takes it away from Salansang. Gelig breaks up the play at the 5:55 mark. 36 all is our score. And we have got to see this play again. Ang ganda ng pasa kay Gelig, but Gelig overshot it a bit. Alvarez doing what he does best and just doesn't assume that the shot will go in. Cleans up the garbage and turns it into goal. And we are tied at 36. We'll be back with more PBL action on Studio 20.
You're watching the Philippine Basketball League, and this is the third quarter of the game. Tied po ang laban ng Fash and ng Welcoat, and I am with our very own, of course, Chairman Giselle Deci. Chairman, you know, this is a very exciting game, and we know that you cannot really say whoever will win. But what is your prediction para sa napapanood nating finals game for today?
Well, personally, I cannot decide. Probably, let's decide on Game 5 na lang, not today.
Okay, Chairman, we know naman that this is your fifth year, of course, as Chairman of the Philippine Basketball League at malapit nang matapos ang finals. So what can we expect from the league para sa susunod na conference?
Well, the commission and I are quite busy now with a negotiation with the ABS-CBN for a 3-year deal sana, no? And we hope the negotiation will go smoothly.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairman, and please enjoy the game. And of course, our very own Commissioner Chino Trinidad. This is a very exciting game. What can you say about the matchup between Welcoat and Fash and the players that's stepping up in this game?
Siguraduhin ko sa inyo mag-i-enjoy yung mga nanonood. Kita mo, yung tao, no? Hindi ko nakakita ng tao na ganito kadami. Yung Makati Coliseum napuno, itong San Juan napuno. And I think it's a testimony to the kind of play that the PBL has, no? Kita nyo, yung mga players natin, drafted na sila, pero pinupush pa rin nila lahat, no? I was talking to yung mga players ng Pure Foods. Sabi lang, Commissioner, ganito pala talaga yung laro. Matagal lang ganito laro ng PBL, nakalimutan nyo na lang. And I'm happy for the players, I'm happy for the PBL, I'm happy for the fans. Kaya, punta ho kayo dito kung may oras kayo. Sa bubong, kasya pa siguro kayo, manood kayo ng laro. But definitely, you will enjoy the PBL experience. At kung naka 20 years or more na kami, pangako namin sa inyo, meron pang mahigit na 20 years na dadali namin sa inyo. The kind of action the PBL can give you.
Well, thank you very much, Kom. Enjoy the game po. Well, sinabi na ni Commissioner Chino Trinidad. Back to you guys.
Salamat, Haya. And I heard Chairman Giselle Deci make a prediction. Big Game 5. Yun ang sabi niya.
You know, that was just a big shot by Eugene Tan,
Yes.
you know.
I don't think these teams will mind kung umabot ng Game 5. And the fans will not mind kung ganito
yes.
lang ganito ang makikita nilang klase ng laro.
Oo naman. No quarters given, none taken so far for both teams as we look at the offensive rebound. And we talked about this earlier, and Welcoat bludgeoning Fash in that department, 10-2.
All the time, no offensive board para sa Welcoat. Rich Alvarez picking up the rebound. The loose ball foul could go against Willie Wilson.
So the awards of Coach Janelle Baculi, as we look at the field goal so far here in the quarter, ang dami nang ibinato ng Welcoat. So mga bata ni Coach Janelle Baculi, so far they've been able to keep in step, if not ward off itong Welcoat. Gelig na naman, wala.
That was a good look. And look at Peter Jun Simon.
And Alvarez sneaking in that undergoal stab, but yes, good point. Peter Jun Simon, that was just desire to get that offensive rebound.
Well, I think Simon's really gonna give it his best. You know? They can't go down in this ball game. At parang wala na siyang paglalaroan. But the way he's playing, he's gonna finish this ball game strong.
A lot of things have been said after game 1, and Simon will go all the way. And Albert Omolon denying him.
But the basket counts. Do I see a stand by the referee?
I saw the referee saying that the basket,
But how could that be?
how could that happen?
Let's see it again.
Or two free throws. Look at that.
Simon wanted to dunk it, a foul was called.
Oh!
I think a foul was called, yes.
That could only mean 2 free throws if a foul was called.
But definitely the basket won't count because there was no basket that went in. We'll clarify things after this timeout. But this is live coverage of game number 2 of the finals of the Platinum Cup ng inyong Philippine Basketball League. Boom Gonzalez, kasama po si Randy Sakdalan and Butch Maniego. And there, the PBL Platinum Cup Achievement Awards will be handed out on Tuesday, February 3 p.m. sa Pasig naman tayo, Pasig Sports Center. And aside from the MVP, the mythical first and the second teams and the top newcomer, there will be a new category, the Commissioner's Choice Awards. This year-end awards will be instituted to give the commissioner of the PBL a platform to honor deserving players whose performance and presence have helped further the league's image and best exemplifies the objectives of the league. Peter Jun Simon might be a good candidate for that.
But free throws continue to hound back. Boom, dito sa
Yes.
ating laro. For a while, yung momentum nasa Fash na. They have a 5-point lead over Welcoat.
You know, I like though how Welcoat is challenging every shot. Ay, yung mga fast break kasamang Butch and Randy.
Oh!
Hindi nila pinapabayaan na tumira lang. Talagang i-challenge sila. Foul kung foul. Pero kung makalusot sila ng sapal, yun ang nangyayari. And Omolon getting 2 points underneath. Welcoat tumatakbo. 3-on-1. Artadi goes to Omolon. Omolon gets it up and in, and he's looking for a foul. And Coach Junel Baculi doesn't like this 4-point surge courtesy of Nelbert Omolon. And all of a sudden, again, Welcoat getting it down to a solitary point at 41-40. First, the defensive stop, and then Paul Artadi, as usual, making it happen, deceiving Nino Gellig, and at the last second, giving it up to Nelbert Omolon. It's the count, 41-40. We'll be back with more PBL action on
Lunes. You're watching the PBL dito sa San Juan Gym live on Studio 23. Our score as of the moment is 41-40 in favor of Fash. Again, isa na naman sa mga basketball superstars ang katabi ko, Mr. June Limpot. June, as a member of the PBL legacy, meron ka bang nakikita sa ating current generation of players na become the next June Limpot?
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, no, yung game na first time ko manood ng finals ngayon, very exciting, no? Sa tingin ko, mas magaling pa kay sa akin, no, sa nakikita ko.
Tingin mo mas magaling pa kaysa kay June Limpot?
Sa tingin ko, napaka-excited ng game kasi at saka basta magaling sila lahat.
So, June, how has the PBL changed your life?
Well, malaking na itutulong ng PBL sa akin, no? Kasi parang ito yung pinaka stepping stone namin papunta ng PBA. So, malaking utang na loob ko sa PBL at sana ipagpatuloy pa nung league commissioner yung ganitong mga opportunity para sa mga amateur players.
Thank you very much, June. June.
At the end of the third quarter, Welcoat again with that third quarter surge. Finally snatching the lead from Fash at 49-46. We said it earlier on, Nelbert Omolon, quality minutes, 2 points in the first game, 10 points dito sa game number 2, 8 of the 10 coming in the third quarter together with 6 rebounds. Welcoat ahead now by 3, 49-46. 10 minuto pa ang ating paglalabanan dito po sa Game 2 ng Finals ng inyong PBL. Randy Sakdalan, Butch Maniego, kasama rin namin si Chicky Flowers and Haya Atsacoso for Game number 2 of the Finals for the Platinum Cup ng inyong Philippine Basketball League. Nandito po tayo sa San Juan Gym, live po over Studio 23. And if you just joined us, well, we're happy to have you with us on a game that has been, well, I don't know, the word, I'm searching for an exact word for this game because exciting doesn't seem to describe it anymore.
It's intense.
Very. And look at the quarter scoring. This time ang Fash hindi naman nagpaiwan, although Welcoat made that run in the third as expected.
Yun nga, tama yung point na sinabi mo, Boom, no? Big third quarter run again by Welcoat, but this time around, they're only coming into the fourth with a 3-point lead. And that is a world of a difference compared to the previous games na medyo double-digit yung advantage sila.
This guy in front of us who's doing the honors for the inbounds, si Larry Fonacher, played sparingly. Remember, he did not play in game number 1. Only played in game number 2, but has, you know, answered the call for Coach Junel Baculi. Has made big shots and big defensive plays. missing that three-point shot though to start the fourth quarter.
That was a dangerous play by Rich because he has three
Three
fouls.
personal fouls. Fash needs to dig down deep. Ryan D. Uy, hawak yun.
Yeah, that's a good
Hindi na papakawalan yun.
Kuwan. Pag siya rin yung nakawala ng bola, best opportunity there para sa Welcoat Pates to stretch his three-point advantage at the start of the fourth period.
Mark Pingers on your screens. You can bet that he will come back here in the fourth quarter.
I thought the play of Ping, especially inside, has been
Taken away.
really has been instrumental in this ballgame sa pagbabalik ng Welcoat. But probably, yun nga, yung impact kasi nung laro ni Omolon, ibang klase.
Oo.
Third quarter.
Alvarez forced the issue. That sequence, so the lead stands at 3, almost a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. Soto and Alvarez. And could not contain the leather.
Kuwan is replaced by Paul Artadi. Not because he committed that error, but siguro gusto rin ni Coach Leo na magkaroon ng mabilis na impact yung simula ng fourth quarter para sa kanya, magkaroon ng giye. No?
Because defensively, Artadi makes things happen.
Yes.
He forces turnovers. He's able to ignite the break. So yun ang malamang na iniisip ni Coach Leo Austria.
They muffed it.
But unfortunately, Artadi committing a turnover, an infraction there, a passing infraction.
Kasi sabi nila, hawak-hawak ni Eugene Tan si Willie Wilson dahil hindi naman matutumpayan
Nakulangan.
kung hindi mo hawak-hawak yan eh.
Alam mo, speaking of point guards, no, kasamang Butch at kasamang Randy, absent today, not physically but not playing, is L.A. Tenorio. In Game 2, he was the one alternating with Eugene Tan dahil
Game
nga wala
one.
si, Game 1 rather, dahil wala si Ryan D. Ngayon, concentration on Eugene Tan and Ryan D for the point guard chores para kay Coach Junel Baculi.
Mukhang merong konting tanong siya Coach Leo Austria, which mukhang naayos naman.
And,
Konting clarification.
and the three Ateneans seated beside each other, Intal, Bonasher, and L.A. Tenorio.
Wesley Gonzalez also there.
Well,
Pep Moore to LA's right from Baste, of course. And ang mga future dito sa PBL. Again, the transition of talent dito sa Philippine Basketball League. Bonasher against James Yap. 13 to shoot. They find Eugene Tan. They reverse it to Simon with 8 seconds. Simon goes to his left. May foul.
Yeah, difficult job there for Wilson to cover Simon galing sa labas. So, may speed sa kanya itong si Jun Simon. Certainly, hirap yung adjustment dito ni Willie Wilson.
J.R. Reyes also not playing heavy minutes in this ball game, but Omolon back in the ball game, the guy who made the impact offensively para kay Coach Leo Austria. Pick and roll, the classic pick and roll play. And Wilson will be called for the foul. It's Rich Alvarez.
Ang sarap namin yan, Coach. Ang sinasabi kasi ni Wilson, hindi, ako nga yung iniipit ni Rich Alvarez eh.
Kanya-kanya lang talaga yan. Kung ano yung mahuli.
three of guys who haven't seen action. Also, Patrick Benedicto has not been fielded in on the part of Fash.
Who was the leading scorer of Fash in Game 1. Alvarez lets it fly. Comes up short. Artadi now with that familiar spin, sets up Omolon! What a play by Welcoat! Paul Artadi to Nelbert Omolon for the easy semi-dunk. And the lead up to 5 at 51-46. 8:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Inside, Mercado with the fake.
Lost the handle for a while. Last touch ang Welcoat fake.
Pero bola pa rin ng mga nakaputi.
You know what? A lot of people were asking me, some friends, why was Nelbert Omolon picked in the first round at number 8 by Santa Lucia ahead of some other, more notable names? That's one reason why. He's a 6'5", he's a legit 6'4" small forward.
Bonasher comes up short. Alvarez. And James Yabs takes it away from everybody else.
Hirap, parang ang sigip ng ring ng Fash Liquid dito sa fourth quarter. They had the offensive boards, but they just couldn't throw it down.
Yap and Bonasher in a shoving match. Eugene Tan takes it away from Paul Artadi. Does not force the issue. Salansang. Inside, pero Omolon, tinapikan. Everybody complaining about something. It's that time of the ball game.
Well, the coaches asked for more leeway for the players
getting
to
it.
play. They're getting it.
They're surely getting it. Simon, mukhang may nakaw. At may foul.
Well, Omolon had no choice. Binigay ni Pito yung kanyang foul.
Ganda nung fake ni Simon. Everybody thought he was gonna pop out and then all of a sudden cut the corner going in.
Well, the foul was called against Irvin Soto na halos missing except na he's on the floor for Welcoat.
Salansang short. And Yap with 2 rebounds.
The rebounding of James Yap is an aspect of his game that is not highlighted, but he is a great rebounder from the backcourt.
Lapad lang ang laki ng kamay kasi ni James ang partner
Exactly.
eh.
3 rebounds in this ballgame.
I think he's averaging close to 5 in this conference.
A block, and that's a risky foul. Apat kay Rich Alvarez on a blocking foul as he tried to impede Nelbert Omolon.
He really creates problem, Nelbert Omolon para sa Fash. Si Alvarez yung kumpiyansa niya, he's not gonna take that shot from the
Yun
outside.
nga eh. Pag si Pingris yung binabantayan niya, pwede siya magsag
Oo.
kasi hindi titira si Pingris. Pero si Omolon, may tira sa 3. Yap, from far out. Kapos. And look at Omolon, hustle. But Salansang takes it away. Omolon chasing. Bonasher against Yap. And a foul on James Yap, tuhod. At 2 free throw yan kasamang Butch at Randy dahil over the limit na yata ang Welcoat. Tama.
And Fash only has 1 team foul so far. Not that they're not playing any defense, but you know they've been quite careful in giving out those fouls, realizing that they have probably a shorter bench compared to Welcoat.
Larry Fonasher, 5 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. Earlier, yung 2 agaw niya kay James Yap kanina doon sa magandang second quarter run. And of course, the big 3. So parang, you know, pour a little cold water doon sa rally ng Welcoat at the end of the third quarter.
Totoo yun. Napakalaki ng basket na yun. And he has kept Fash within striking distance. And I guess that's all Fash wants is for this ball game to be close coming into the final 2 minutes.
Oh, goaltending on Omolon.
But did you see the way he jumped? Parang walang buwelo, ah.
Yes.
Walang buwelo, no?
Isang vertical lang yun eh.
I think he was one of those players in the skills comp
Na mataas ang
test na talagang grabe. ang
sila ni
pinakita.
Pingris ang vertical leap nila.
Well, he's very athletic.
Very athletic. Omolon back to Artadi. 10 on the shot clock of the red shirts. Yap trying to get away. Pahirapan na tira pero nagawa ng paraan. Kissing it off the window.
Showing you how great a gunner James Yap will be.
And just,
Ang hirap ng angulo eh.
and just putting the right English too. And the lead now is 5 again. 53-48, they go downstairs. Salansang, top of the circle. Malakas.
Ayaw pa rin talaga gumana nung outside shooting.
At foul na naman si James Yap. Titira na naman ang 2 dito si Larry Fonasher.
Oh, yan ay pinakabentahe dito ni Fonasher.
Nahihirapan si Yap kay Fonasher dahil makulit din si Fonasher eh.
totoo
He
yan.
always goes for the offensive rebound, but that is a thing of beauty for James Yap. He makes it look so simple.
Oh, yung umuupo sa ere.
And no reaction pa. Parang all in a day's work.
That's why maybe I should have thought of his, you know, an apt moniker for James Yap earlier during the PBL. But, you know, it just came to me now. He could be the Emperor.
The Emperor. Emperor James has a good ring to it.
Or maybe the Monarch.
Pwede.
2 ang ipinasok ni Larry Fonasher. 3 na lang kalamangan. We are up the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
It's Eugene Tan guarding James Yap.
And Omolon,
And look at that.
misfiring from 3. Eugene Tan giving it up to Larry Fonasher. Fonasher to Simon. Simon umasinta.
That's gonna be a foul.
He knew it. He knew that Irvin Soto would come out to him.
And you know, Soto's not playing a great game, to say the least, for Welcoat.
4 ang fouls ni Irvin Soto, future teammates in the PBA. 53-50. It's been a tight one from the start. 5:44 remaining here in the 4th.
Ang score natin ngayon is 50-53 in favor of Welcoat. One trait of the Fash team that I noticed that is in order for them to win, they need at least 4 players to produce double figures. On a normal day, ito si Peter Jun Simon is one of those players with an average of 15.83 points per game. But today, feeling ni Peter hindi siya makaka-produce as much as he normally does dahil he's still suffering from a muscular strain sa kanyang quads. Since he's not confident of his output today, he said he will just try to create situations for his other teammates that will hopefully generate the much-needed points. Will he succeed? We'll soon find out. Boom, Butch and Manny, back to you.
Thank you very much, Chicky. Now, speaking of points, at halftime, we saw Alan Salansang scoring 8 and Alvarez scoring 10. That's still the numbers those are still the numbers for Alvarez and Salansang. We're already halfway past the fourth quarter. But Fash able to stay in this ball game via the free throw line.
By the way, these are cohorts from DCSR Sports Radio. On the right side is Kenneth Garcia in white, Kaloy Inductivo on his left. Sports Radio, you can hear our games of the PBL live on 918 kilohertz. And, you know, Kenneth has been around covering the PBL for at least the last 7 or 8 years. And this is his final PBL game because he is soon leaving for abroad, moving there for good.
Wow.
So we're saying goodbye and saying thank you.
Oh,
to
salamat,
Kenneth.
ano?
That's past 7 to 8 years of covering a lot of great players coming through the PBL ranks.
In the meantime, speaking of saying goodbye, Peter Jun Simon soon to say goodbye to the PBL, but he wants to go out just like anybody here. Want to go out with a bang. 12 points for Peter Jun Simon, and now the lead is only 1 for Welcoat with 5:33 to play and a foul called away from the ball.
Well,
Eugene Tan.
Eugene Tan. We also saw Mark Pingris coming in to replace Ervin Soto, who really couldn't get his game going.
There you go. Alvarez and Simon and Salansang. Buti na lang, yung mga katulad nila Larry Funasher.
Oh, nag-step up.
Oo,
Eugene Tan also had a big 3 in the third period.
that's right.
And you know what? It's really gonna come down to defense.
And that's poor defense.
You know,
Coach.
Salansang just watched.
Well, Omolon just, you know, high jump.
Yes.
Parang
oo.
tinalunan lang niya si Alan Salangsang.
There you go.
Salansang taking it away. Omolon.
He's
Albert
in the zone.
Omolon with the slammer jammer.
You know, he's in the zone in this ball game.
Playing offense and defense.
He's got 16, I think, by my count.
Nelbert Omolon, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Talk about quality minutes.
Talk about high impact.
Eugene Tan trying to post up. Goes to Simon. Simon lets it fly. Gets it to go.
And you know, if there's one guy on Fash who will really refuse to lose and go down with the ship, it's going to be Nonoy Simon.
You know, we saw his reaction when he was pulled out of the game in the fourth quarter game when he was so disgusted with himself. Tangkay trying to get it back. And he does.
Ano pa ba hihingin mo?
Showing the touch from beyond the arc. Simon again.
Well, that time around, ill-advised.
James Yap against Eugene Tan. Larry Funasher. Sayang yun. Eugene Tan called for the foul.
You know, it's gonna be on Eugene Tan, who pulled down James Yap to take that ball away from him.
And Mark Pingris and Eugene Tan having a little discussion. Ito yung Omolon. Omolon, kita mo yung take-off.
There you go!
Woohoo! Flushes it down with authority. That's not the first time we've seen Omolon, of course. Jump out of the building. Ryan D back in the ball game.
And you would have to think at this point that Welcoat will start using the clock, even though there's still more than 4 minutes to go.
A pivotal game number 2 for both teams. Tangkay, pinilit. Pingris with the foul and the basket to boot.
Well, they
You know
were
what?
very busy with Tangkay.
Parang sadya pa nga yung tira ni Tangkay na palakasin. Then nakita niya si Pingris
Pingris,
nandun
isa.
Parang pinasa niya off the glass.
Minsan, ganyan nga yan.
Ay, si
Ano,
Ryan din na lang yung nakaintay sa baba for fingers.
Ay-
It's gonna be a 3-point play.
As we look at this slow-mo though, ito yung binato na lang ni Tangkay, no? Pingris picks it up and Ryan D all of a sudden, uy, yun yung tapek and Pingris with a two-handed exclamation point.
You know, you would ask, sino ba yung tao ni Pingris? Why isn't he being boxed out?
Tama.
Well, Bumabog kasi
Tumulong
sa
eh.
labas tumulong kay Tangkay
Larry Fonacier was trying to regroup his teammates earlier on when we were watching the slow-mo, trying to tell them we have 4 more minutes to go, and it's a 7-point lead for Welcoat. PBL Game 3 happens Tuesday, but before that, at meron tayong 2003 PBL Platinum Cup Achievement Awards, February 3, beginning 3 p.m. at the Pasig Sports Center. Again, aside from the MVP, the mythical first and second teams, and the top newcomer, there will be that new category, the Commissioner's Choice Awards.
And from what I understand, there are 3
Awardees, to give, it's a platform again to honor deserving players whose performance and presence have helped further the league's image and best exemplifies the objective of the league. Parang ambassador of the PBL.
Yes.
Parang gano'n na rin yun.
Parang ito yung mga pinagmamalaki
Yan.
na dumaan ng PBL at nagbigay ng
Magandang imahen.
karangalan. Oo.
Fingers has had his problems from the free throw line. But this time, knocks it down. You know, those kinds of plays, minsan turning point yan sa isang laro, yung impact play na yun, ano?
And you know, it's now an 8-point lead for Welcoat, the biggest in the ball game by the Paint Masters.
Larry Fonacier once again comes up short this time, and Fingers,
Is fouled from behind.
actually walang foul, Butch, tinawag, tapik lang.
Okay.
But you know, the legs of Fash, questionable at this point. Gusto pa ba nila dito? Mukhang yumuyok-uyok muna ng konti dahil nagiging overpowered. Look at the talent just coming in for Welcoat. James Yap to replace Willie Wilson.
So yan, kung nagkakaroon ng konting situational substitutions na yung ating dalawang coaches as we hit the under 4-minute mark.
Tangkay trying to get away from Fonacier. Fonacier sticking to him like leech. Fonacier using the baseline and loses possession. And look at the points coming from Umulon and Tangkay. At 5 out of 7 shooting for Tangkay and 13 points lamang para sa Fash. And that is the reason why Welcoat all of a sudden has an 8-point lead. No more breathing space at the 3:31 mark of this fourth quarter. Nagbabalik po ang inyong PBLs, and may mga nag-iikot pala tayong representatives, no? From Bantay Bata 163 ng ABS-CBN. Sabi mo, Butch, are asking for donations, is that it?
Yes. Kumbaga, yung mga fans na nandito, wala naman kasing entrance fee ang PBL, no? So, instead of that, magbigay kayo konting token.
Pagtulong sa Bantay Bata.
Kaya pala wala ka ng relo.
You know, in all seriousness, though, this is a point of the game where Fash has to really regroup, and this is going to be a test of character. Can they still come back? Yes, that's just an 8-point lead. Pero Welcoat seems to be not only pouring it on in terms of points, but pati taking them out of their game, ano, Randy?
Oh, parang yung sa game 1, nung lumamang ng 8, nung third quarter, nagkabali na yung likod ng Fash dun eh. Ito kaya yung puntong tuuli against Fash. Na, well, 3-31, hope not. Dahil, you know, it's been a close game so far.
Just the way Fash likes it, but they don't want to be in this situation right now with 3:30 remaining, 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Salansang getting the rebound. You know, the fourth personal foul ni Rich Alvarez has affected his game, ha?
Definitely. Dahil nawala siya defensively, and now even on offense, hindi na siya nahahanap.
Hindi siya ganun ka-aggressive pati. Salansang throws it up. Finally hits the mark.
At alam mo yun ang kumpiyansa ng mga kakapit niya kay Salansang. Alam namin na mid-spray, huling 3, 4 na tira mo sa labas. Pero kailangan ka namin gumawa.
And I'm sure he realizes that himself too. This is a point of the game where he has to step up and be the veteran that he is. 9 on the shot clock of Welcoat. Yap against Simon. 5 on the shot clock. Yap throws it up. Nothing there. Alvarez and Umolon fighting. And Alvarez saving it to Alan Salansang. Simon now waiting for more backup. And they're looking for play number 4. That pick and roll between Salansang and Simon. Simon nakatakas bahagya.
That's enough. That is enough for him.
5-point swing for Fash after that timeout. And now the lead is down to 3.
And Fash is getting it done with a couple of second unit guys. Ryan D and Larry Fonacier on the floor.
Artadi to Yap. Yap, no screen provided, had to be creative. Nothing there. And Artadi will pick up the loose ball. 6 seconds to shoot. This should be easy for Yap, but hindi pa rin maipasok.
And Ryan D with a key rebound.
and takes it easy. Settles down the troops. Under 2 minutes remaining in this pivotal game number 2. Simon.
Oh,
Tapik galing kay James Yap at tumama sa hita ni Peter Jun Simon.
But you know what? Things are a lot better looking now for Fash than it was, say, 2 minutes ago.
Exactly. Good timeout by Coach Junel Baculi.
Yes.
and Welcoat, sila naman yung medyo overconfident going into this game. Sa puntong ito ng laro, medyo disorganized. How many trips na wala silang naiipasok na puntos para sa kanilang kupunan.
They've been going a lot with James Yap, and James Yap has been well covered by Larry Punasher.
Tadi again looking for his partner, Yap. Wala pa rin. Tapingan ng bola, and Salansang clears it. Alan Salansang with 6 rebounds across his name. Alam mo, nagiging ang problema kay Yap, they've been going to Yap, pero parang yun nga, walang screen, no nothing. Simon! Yes!
He just wouldn't quit. He just wouldn't quit.
It is time to suck up all that pain and play like the leader that he is, Peter Jun Simon. In a 7-0 run together with Alan Salansang after the last timeout has brought them back from the grave.
You know, and I can see Alvin Patrimonio smiling and nodding on the performance of Peter Jun Simon.
How can he not? His future teammate in the Pure Foods DJ camp. 63-62 is the score. Alvin Patrimonio, part of the PBL legacy, still here at the San Juan Gym. Number 2 of the finals. It's a 1-point lead only for Welcoat and Peter Jun Simon. 17 points, 5 assists. Now he has scored 9 in this fourth quarter. And you know, going back to Alvin Patrimonio earlier, I'm sure it reminds him of those days na nananakit ang katawan niya, pero you have to go to Alvin Patrimonio down the stretch and he will deliver.
So yan. And sa defensive substitution,
Yes.
pinasok muna si Kelly para kay Simon.
And alam nila, pagod na rin to si Peter Jun Simon. So it's Gelling on Yap. Under a minute to play. Welcoat protecting a 1-point lead, and it's all Yap na mag-isa. Tangkay fading away. Wala. And the rebound will go to Ryan D again.
Ryan D has played a key role here in the fourth quarter. He has settled down the Fash Liquid Power.
Kasamang Butch, sariling kayod masyado si James Yap.
Oh,
Ano?
Omalon!
Omalon denying. Larry Punasher on the drive. 30 seconds remaining. 25 to be exact. 63-62.
7-second differential, game clock and shot clock.
Will Welcoat go 2-0, or will Fash come back and tie the series and reduce it to a best of 3? Tangkay
He was trying to
forces
draw
up.
the foul.
Pilit yung tira at hindi siguro binigay ng referee dahil bailout shot.
Yes.
63-62 with 7.7 seconds remaining. Possession going to the white shirts.
And this will give Fash a chance to bring Simon back into
Yes.
the game for the final possession.
And you know somehow they're gonna go to him.
Yep, Welcoat is over the limit. Papasok si Peter Jun Simon. He's the best option. All they have to do is to set him up the screen, give him the pass.
But that might be easier said than done. By the way, Eugene Tan is in the ballgame.
They're also back in the ball game. Let's listen to Coach Janelle Baculi.
Backpick! Go! Backpick! Go here, middle, mid. Okay, so, kung Sinonoy nakatanggap dito, Eugene, go all the way nakagad dito. Okay, Alan, pick and roll nakagad tayo. You sprint, ha? You have 7 seconds. Matagal pa yan. Okay? Okay. Larry, nakatanggap si Larry rito. Bigas ka, Nonoy, get the ball. Galing mo kagad dito sa right side. Okay, pick and roll kagad tayo. Okay?
7.7 seconds remaining. 63-62. Larry Fonacher denied by Nelbert Omolon. Omolon, well, we can't say enough about what he has done for Welcoat in this game.
Everything actually for Welcoat. He has scored, he has defended.
7.7 seconds. Coach Junel Baculi bringing back in Peter Jun Simon. They're gonna inbound from back here. Emphasis ni Coach Junel na matagal pa yan. Maraming oras.
But they're making sure that the inbound is going to be correct. And for Jun Simon and Alan Salansang to have that pick and roll, mukhang nagpasa goods ng pwesto si Coach Leo Austria.
Nagpasa ng comics ka nga
Oo.
dahil gusto niya makita kung anong gagawin.
Ano information itong Welcoat?
So ikaw nandito, baka bilas pa ako dito ah. Okay, dito. Pagka pumunta dito, si Simon ang kukuha niyan. Okay, si Simon dito, dadalhin dito yan. Okay, pare, pagkanaan dito. Mag-tipping and roll dito. Pwede nating i-steal. Okay, one time. Okay. Okay. Dinahan dito! Pagkalat ko out dito! Kuha dito! Ay mo ba? Patay! 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 Sa pinabang!
7.7 seconds remaining, and the chess match continues between Coach Leo Austria and Coach Janelle Baculi.
The inbound will be most crucial.
The first option nito, siguradong they're gonna go hard to the rim.
That's true, pero pwede rin umangle out si Larry Fonacher or si Alan Salansang as a possible receiver.
Nakatayo na po lahat ng tao dito sa San Juan with 7.7 seconds remaining. Larry Fonacher to Rich Alvarez. Alvarez fouled. Rich Alvarez is fouled
And there's 2 seconds remaining.
with 2.1 seconds remaining.
That was a great pass by
Larry
Larry
Fonacher.
Fonacher.
Fonacher has done wonderful things in this game.
Tama yung point mo, Coach. Kumalat sila, and then hinanap yung pasa. Kaya offense sila, and then there's Rich Alvarez.
And Alvarez went hard.
Yep,
He went
foul.
hard.
There's really a
He
foul
really
at
went
Omolon.
hard. Alam na naman niya
But
na
there's
there was no
point
other
just
way.
going up.
Wala nang timeout ang Welcoat,
Wala
okay?
na. Now Alvarez shot 3 out of 6 in game 1 for 50%. Today,
The first one will be key.
he is 1 out of 2, so it's only attempted twice. So let's see. Alvarez has to make at least the first one to cool everything down. The 2-time UAP MVP gets it to go. The #1 draft pick ties the ball game at 63 with 2.1 remaining. And this should cool his nerves. After the first free throw goes in, may konting kumpiyansa ka. Coach Leo Austria looking on.
Pero 2.1 seconds, mahaba yan.
Mahaba pa
The clock does not start.
until the inbound. Oh! Alvarez misses, and we are going into overtime.
Still, Fash scored the final 8 points here in the fourth quarter to send the game into OT.
Buhay na buhay, coming back from the grave. Fash, liquid power, and we need 5 extra minutes to decide who will take game number 2 here at the PBL Finals. Please do not go away. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa San Juan Gym. Well, it just doesn't get better than this. Well, yes, that too. But it just doesn't get better than this, folks. Ganda naman ang timing ni Direk Al. Fash and Welcoat, 5 more minutes. Boom Gonzalez, Randy Sactalan, Butch Maniego, together with Chicky Flowers and Hayat Sacoso. You have got the best seats in the house for an exciting game like this.
And you know, 40 minutes probably really not enough. You know,
For
the
these
way
two teams.
the way this game has gone, you know.
We want to see some more.
But there,
Talking about the game. Okay.
Definitely.
no quarters given, none taken, as we said earlier. And well, Rich Alvarez could have sealed it, but missed on the second free throw. That is the story. 63 all, and this man, Peter Jun Simon, made this comeback happen.
Had a lot to do. He clustered 5 straight points.
Remember, this guy is playing hurt. He's just playing with so much heart right now. And Mark Fingers picks it up off the Peter June Simon miss. Ano, medyo naglilim pa nga si Simon, and he will be guarding James Yap. They go down to Fingers. Alvarez playing with 4 personal fouls. What a block! What a denial by Alan Salansang on Mark Fingers, but Salansang is down, and he hasn't gotten up yet.
Well, the Fash can call.
I don't know if they realize that
realize
they're
it.
only playing with 4 players right now. Bonasher inside, kicks it out to nobody. Thought that Alan Salansang
Salansang
was
should have been there.
Yes. You know, nobody mentioned to any of the teammates of Fash that Salansang wasn't able to come back. And he's still hurting.
And he has not moved, Randy. Mukhang, you know, if this is one of those injuries, and I hope it is
It's
not,
not.
no, yung dun sa may likod ng, anong tawag dito na ankle, yung the one that parang connects your the foot.
Shin.
Oh, it's yung sa likod eh. It's the reverse, mas masakit daw yun eh. Let's see this.
Probably stepped on a foot when Fingers went down.
It seemed like, yeah,
Twisted it.
tapilok. The classic tapilok. Pero mukhang ito, malayo yung inabot ng kanyang ano. Not known for his scoring.
You have to start thinking whether that, you know, injury to Salansang
Oh!
could be the backbreaker.
Omolon again. Deja vu! Nelbert Omolon, didn't that happen earlier? Almost the same play. He breaks up the play, anticipates the pass, and breaks away for the slamma jamma.
He reads it from the top.
Hinintay ni Larry yung pase. And Omolon, parang kanina lang eh. Parehong-pareho. Same reaction too. And the lead is 4 at 67-63 with 3:31 remaining. If you just joined us, we're playing to a full crowd here at San Juan. Game 3 will be played at the Pasig Sports Center. And in the meantime, we have 3:31 remaining here in overtime. We were tied at 63 all, and so far nothing yet for Fash in overtime period.
That's true. At yun nga, still not too late, no? Fash was able to stop Welcoat in the final 4 minutes from scoring, and it's still possible. It's only just a 4-point lead.
But the game has been played very well for both teams. Playing with a lot of heart, both of these teams are just giving it their all right now. Simon against Tangkay. Umatras. 9 on the shot clock. Simon with the double team at naipit na siya doon. He got sandwiched between Artadi. Well, look at the tap by Bonasher. Pero mapupunta kay Willie Wilson.
You know, just outnumbered. Ang Fash Luzon play na yun. Artadi doing a good tap, assist to Willie Wilson. 6-0 run here in overtime para sa Welcoat.
The double team on Alvarez. Alvarez looking for an option. Bonasher goes strong to the hole.
He would have quit.
Bonasher will really not back down.
11 points. Well, Larry has always been a winner, Randy.
No question
High
about
school,
that.
college, and now here in the PBL. Tangkay. The lead is 4. A lot of time for Fash to come back.
Oh!
And this is a good step. Eugene Tan to Simon. Simon will go hard. And look at Nelbert Omolon.
Oh, but they made a mistake.
Wala pa rin.
Almost.
Omolon saving the day once again for Welcoat.
Nelbert Omolon just not giving up. Gellig sends it over to Simon. One more time for Peter June Simon. And again, Omolon is there to deny Peter June Simon for the second straight time.
But a foul will be called on Nelbert Omolon. That will send Simon to the free throw line. But you're correct, boom.
Talk about effort, Randy. Ito yung una eh.
Kala niya libre na.
Oh, but Omolon coming from behind for the interdiction. Gellig muffs the gimme underneath that could have brought them to within 2.
Tan is replaced by Ryan D.
I wish you could see
He did a lot. He did a lot in
Yes.
the fourth period.
how Simon is breathing in this game.
And Junel Bakuli continuing to roll the dice here in the fourth quarter. leaving just Rich Alvarez there as his big man. Hey,
Hey,
Sam.
he's back.
Oh,
I see him
Walk
back.
back.
and he is
He's limping.
mukhang hinabilitate, ano? Maybe he just wanted to be here for the wind-up. He didn't want to
guess
miss
so.
it. I mean,
guess so.
even as, you know, as just a supporter from the bench.
Well, they could go with Francis Mercado. He has seen some playing time in this ball game.
That's an inspiring gesture, though, for Alan Salansang. Simon finally completing the task from the free throw line, and again, the lead is back down to 2 with 2 minutes to play in overtime. I heard that last 2-minute marker earlier on. Here we go again, 69-67. Artadi loses possession, but regains it. 8 seconds to shoot. Yap, nakakita ng butas. Medyo kapos. And here comes Fash. And they go to Peter Jude Simon, who ties the ball game. What a pass by Ryan D. And Coach Janelle Baculi is jumping for joy.
Jesus, I got it.
Peter Jude Simon with 21 points in the ball game. Make that 23 points in the ball game.
I think Welcoat was asking for a foul in this last sequence. Ang problema, most of their players stayed behind to try and complain their way out of it instead of coming back to play defense.
And this time, Peter Jude Simon made sure that Nelbert Omolon won't be able to stop him.
Was nowhere in sight.
And
Alan
Alan Salansang cheering from the bench. 69 all in overtime with 1:36 to play. It's a weekend and you're watching us live on Studio 23. With 7 seconds to shoot, Yap had to drive. Actually, malinis, ano? Malinis yung drive, eh. Wala talagang foul na itatawag. Nagkabanggaan sila pero coincidental contact. And Ryan D just giving it at the right time, partners.
Well, he provided a screen against Tangkay to free up June Simon.
And you know what? From the very first time I saw June Simon back in 2001 as a member of the Davao Eagles, first thing that struck me about this kid was he was playing on a bad team that year. But even though the team was down usually by a big amount in the fourth quarter, he will not quit and he will still keep on playing hard.
And you know who's the happiest guy here in the San Juan gym right now? It's Coach Ryan Gregorio.
They have a gem.
Oh yes, definitely. He calls him a steal. In this year's lineup, Soto, who has been out of his element all throughout the game.
There is no reason to believe that Soto will suddenly have a great final 2 minutes after, sleepwalking through this game.
It just defies logic, huh? 68 seconds and they go to their money man. Peter June Simon. What a matchup against James Yap. Simon setting up Nino Garig.
He created
Rich
a
Alvarez.
situation. He created a situation, handed it off to Alvarez, and they're ahead by 2.
First of all, you have to appreciate the fact that it was Simon and Yap against each other.
Yes.
And Yap,
Well, a
was
classic
dismissed.
1-4 here for June Simon.
He almost lost control. But Simon just giving it at the right time, and Rich Alvarez, who's been quiet the whole second half, finally scores 2 points. And again, Coach Janelle Baculi has every reason to be
pump it up.
happy here at the San Juan Gym. 58 seconds remaining. We are going to hang on.
Look how relaxed he's jumping in.
Buhay na buhay pa itong Fash. Now it's time for Coach Leo Austria to draw something here.
Dribble and trick. Punta dito. Dito si Jeremy dito. Okay? Dito, And then Willie, punta ka dito. Then, dito. Then dito, Andito ka, Willie. Andito ka, Okay? Pagkakas natin. Okay, open. Punta ron, dadalhin dito. Then, punta ka dito. Willie, punta rito. Okay, pagbigay dito. Okay, nabigay dito. Then, spin tayo dito kay James. Okay, punta ron. Open. Andito si Winnie. Andito si Jojo. Hindi mo lang punta dito si James. Andito si Ervin. Okay? Medyo, punta rito. Punta rito. Okay? And then, pagka nabigay yung bola dito, spin tayo dito kay James. And then, Winnie, you can take one-on-one. Okay? Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Crucial possession for Welcoat. But before that, reminding you of the PBL Finals.
Oh man.
And this is a far cry from game number 1. And they go again to James Yap. Larry Fonacher on him. Fonacher was on him the whole time. And Alvarez takes it down. Tangkay picks it up. Block! But there's a foul
Let's see.
on Rich Alvarez. And that It's goodbye.
That is huge trouble. Gelig was also in on the play,
Yes.
but they call it on Alvarez.
Alvarez already had possession actually with that rebound, but
Lost it
lost
somehow.
it with the pesky Hercules Tangkay. Ayun, no? Taking it away from him. And then, andun si Gelig to make sure there was no three-point play opportunity. So Tangkay will shoot 2 free throws. Tangkay, in the last game, shot 3 out of 4 in game number 1.
But guess who stepped in for Rich Alvarez? Alan Salansang.
That's right.
Heavily taped, right
Shades.
ankle.
Shades of Willis Reed.
Yep. In finals of New York, LA.
1970.
And Tangkay missed the first free throw, but made a second, so it's a 1-point ball game in favor of Welcoat.
That is his first trip to the line. Randy and Butch. Okay, no timeout here. 37 seconds to play, and again, everybody's standing up.
The ball will stay with Peter Jun Simon. Will find its way to him eventually.
Somehow.
Yes. And it will stay there until, something has to happen.
They're playing
There
with a
it is.
14-second shot clock. Tangkay is on Simon. Tangkay hounding him like Velcro. Gets the step. They go out to Gelig for the 3. Wala.
I'm gonna
But
get it
Salansang, an inspiring performance for Alan Salansang, limping as he got that rebound.
He got the key offensive rebound.
And look at them. Look at them. Alvarez practically kissing Alan Salansang. Hinabol, Butch, hinabol. Now, I don't know about you, but that's heart and that's will.
Nakakilabot eh.
Grabe, it really
look
gives
at
you,
him. He is limping out of the floor.
it really gives you goosebumps to see a guy perform like that.
And now Fonasher.
It's a big task here for Larry Fonasher. Big task here.
Fonasher, 4 out of 4 from the line, make it 5 out of 5.
And that is why he held on to the ball.
He knew.
He knew that the foul was going to be given up.
And if you know Larry Fonasher, he's a bit, cold-hearted when it comes to these things.
Well,
He's had his share of last-second shots and big shots down the stretch for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Welcoat is out of timeouts, by the way.
6 out of 6 for Larry Fonasher from the line and a 3-point lead. 10.2 seconds remaining.
Oh, they're going to give up the... Oh!
I thought there was
It might be a good, although
A blessing for
Artadi
Welcoat.
almost made it a 3-point play.
but free throws. They could come up with a 3-point play here.
Yeah, in reverse,
Which is why, when the guy's going in for a layup, give it to him because they need 3 points. I don't know if Artadi did not think that it was a 3-point lead.
So he was thinking it's going to be a quick 2.
Maybe. And this is the final timeout now for Fash.
With 6.3 seconds remaining, I think we've seen everything here in game number 2.
But the ending.
Exactly. Just imagine game number 3. And it's a good thing that they have 2 days to,
Yeah.
rest
At least
it up.
tomorrow Sunday
Especially for Fash.
for Fash.
Alan Salansang with an ankle injury. Peter Simon with a muscle strain on the left thigh.
Let's see.
Let's listen to Coach Leo Austria.
And then kailangan natin sa tres. Okay? So kailangan makuha yung rebound. Pero kaya mo yan. Yan na natin. Okay? Kailangan mo. Open na mo. Damping. Pagka nagano. Kailangan makipag-adjust yung position kayo para sa rebound. Kaya mo yan, Paul. Okay? Nalobo ko ha. And then pagka wala, tapal tayo. Tapal tayo kahit sino. Lalo si Unitan. Okay, good.
I think, frankly, the instructions would be for Artadi to try and make 2. Because that in itself is already a feat. Because to ask him to make 1, the first, and then miss the second one deliberately,
That's too much.
might be too much. Because we're talking about Paul Artadi.
Although,
He hasn't been to the line this ball game.
not today, but in the first game, he was 2 out of 2. Let me just say that.
Yeah, but
going
when was that taken?
But you know what? Just try to make 2. They give up the foul quickly. Try to funnel it by, funnel it into a 4 free throw shooter.
Well, he's going to use his one-hander, I think, here. Here it comes.
And he misses the first.
That reduces the options.
Yes.
To miss it deliberately.
Hold on to your seats. Kapit Pilipinas. 6.3 seconds remaining. What is Paul Artadi going to do? He misses it.
He
And
gets
it goes back to him. Tangkay for the 3. Yes! Oh my God! Jojo Tangkay!
And we go to
What a game!
It just wouldn't end. It just wouldn't end.
We are going into double overtime, and Coach Junel Bakuli cannot believe it.
He's got to take the game wrapped under his belt. And boy,
Paul Artadi getting his own miss.
and Tangkay completing the script.
That in
would-
itself is
you
a
know,
mortal sin.
That wouldn't have happened, of course, if Alvarez or Salangsang was
We're
in
the ball
there.
game. He looks at, parang baseball, tumingin muna sa ano. He
Here you
misses it. A long rebound, natapik sa kanya, napunta sa kanya. And alam mo naman si Artadi, maghahanap ka kaagad ng mapapasahan. And Tangkay knows the situation, throws it up, and gets it to go. And the fans here at the San Juan Gym loving it. Wow. Eugene Tan had the chance to miraculously win the ball game, but no go. These two teams have just struggled to try to get a win here in game number 2. Here in game number 2. So we practically are playing 5 periods.
Yes.
already.
And Salangsang is back on the floor. I think they really had to give Jun Simon a little bit of rest.
Kahit konti, no? Just to
Oo.
catch his breath.
He's sitting on the bench.
Hindi po nagkamali yung graphics person namin. Ganyan po talaga yung itsura ng
There's still some space to the left.
urong niyo pa ng konti. 5 more minutes to decide who will take home game number 2.
And Jude, Chingay, and
Gino.
our apologies.
We have, yes, this is really beyond our control.
You gotta wait some more.
This is not what we want. But we did expect an epic battle between these two
And
teams.
we're getting it.
Oh boy. And then some, Butch. Artadi. Salansang playing on a bad ankle. Simon playing on a bad thigh. Ponasher playing also with an injured ankle. Ryan D coming off an injury. Welcoat